Hey, it's Al. I want to start this video first by formally declaring my appreciation and my thanks for reaching 100 subs. To most people it probably seems like a pretty insignificant milestone, and perhaps it is. I mean, realistically, 100 subs compared to the myriad of creators on YouTube is yet a drop in the bucket. But in the same breath, I am surprised that anyone watches my videos, to be quite honest. YouTube to me is a way to practice new things, video editing, writing, and even being on camera, maintaining eye contact, things of that nature. My channel thus far has been an outlet for me to do those things, if you will, primarily practicing, getting better at this whole video making thing, whatever that entails, all the different aspects of it. I appreciate that my uploads are far from regular. In fact, one might say they're extremely irregular, both in terms of the time between uploads being somewhat random and the actual contents of the uploads themselves being kind of sporadic and a bit all over the place, right? A music video here, a meme video here, a vlog style video here, an album review here, kind of all over the place. And the landscape of YouTube nowadays is such that it really likes it when you stick to a particular theme or topic or style of video and pump out a variety of videos in that same category or niche or what have you. I initially wrote a whole set of notes on what I would say during this. Basically, I didn't want to go too far off the beaten path with my words, and I didn't want to say anything perhaps uncouth or that sounded wrong, so I thought I'd write it down to make it more polished. But after doing that, it turned out I wrote way too much. I have a tendency to do this. I'm a bit of a rambler in my real life. Y'all know. If you know me, y'all know. And therefore, I've just decided to kind of go off the cuff and say what comes to me here and now. I recently finished my first album, Dragon Palace. Again, I'm very surprised people actually listened to it all the way through, which I was not expecting. I had some very nice comments on there. I had messages from people. Someone even bought the album, which I appreciate a lot. Always nice when someone shows their appreciation in that way. And I'll fully admit it's not the highest budget or the most interesting album out there. There's a few things that I might describe as interesting about it if I were listening to it from an other perspective, but at the same time, it's not Castlevania, it's not Final Fantasy, it's not this groundbreaking work. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's my first album, and I'm very glad to have made it. I've been a musician for a very long time in some way, shape or form, but yeah, I've always had this apprehensiveness about showing my music to people, playing in front of people, or even committing something to a recording or even writing things in the first place, because there's this kind of overarching sense of inadequacy and inferiority, which I'm sure if you're a musician out there, I'm sure you know the feeling all too well. I think it's something we all suffer with. For me personally, this album kind of represents how that is fictitious almost. Like, your music is valuable, it is worthy, people do want to listen to it, even if you don't like it, you know? Maybe don't like is a strong term, but there are many times where I'll record something and then I'll listen back to it and I'll just, fuck this, you know, and I'll just delete it straight away. I guess Dragon Palace is the result of not doing that for long enough to produce something that is whole, and I hope it can, you never know, right? Hopefully it can inspire someone else to do the same thing, because I was in that place for a long time, and it's beatable. It is beatable, guys, it's beatable. And in some ways, my channel has this same feeling associated with it. I'm not a video maker, I'm not a filmmaker, I'm not a writer, I'm not an editor, I'm not any of this stuff, but I still practice getting stuff out there to people with the hope of just being, I mean, whatever you want to call it, entertaining, funny, banter, whatever you want to call it, right? The rambling is beginning again, so I'm gonna cut myself off here, and I'm gonna say thank you so much if you did watch this, if you are subscribed, even if you're not, like, just being here, you're a homie, dude, you're a true homie. And if I had the money for 100 pints, bro, I'd see you all in spoons and I'd get you on. You feel me? Alright, see you later. Bye-bye. See ya. Addendum. I am working on some videos at the moment. I'm not going to give a time frame because there's this really annoying thing that stands in the way of everything creative called reality. And it is what it is. It takes up most of my free time, unfortunately. So, yeah. There's going to be more. I'm not dead. I'm not missing. There's going to be more. Don't you worry about it. See you later.